Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
I don't have anything in my headphones.
Oh, I got them down. There we go. I don't know why I put it in a thermos. It always is way too hot. I bitch about it being cold, but at least it's drinkable. Right now, it's still the temperature of the sun. And I can't drink it. It's a good thermos. I guess I could take the lid off. That might help. Oh. All right, here we go.
The Plan B Morning Show.
The gates are open.
Only on Rock 107 WIRX. Everything that rocks.
And dance with the devil.
All righty, good morning. Jesus, it's loud. There we go. That's more manageable. It's the Plan B Morning Show. It's Brock and Kiki.
Hello.
Welcome to it, hour number 2. Don't forget we're streaming. Make sure you join us. We'll be on the Facebooks and the YouTubes. Check out the Plan B Show YouTube page. Subscribe to that for web-exclusive content as well. We'd love to see you on there. We'll be the next hour or so. Get in on the fun. And, we'll have a good time on a Tuesday.
Today's not Tuesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Jesus.
I was like, no.
You went back.
Wait.
Why did you go back? Go forward. You're right, Kiki.
There was a split moment where I was like,
I don't know.
shut your dirty mouth.
I don't know why my brain just did
Tuesday?
that. Yeah.
No, it's hump day.
It is hump day. I even said it before. What am I doing?
know.
Ugh.
Why'd you suddenly forget? You almost convinced me that we were back.
I was very convincing. I'm a good liar. Well, I guess you know what? It's better to think it's a day behind than a day ahead, right?
Oh, that's the worst. When I have the weeks where I'm constantly thinking I'm a day ahead.
You're a day ahead. Because if I would have been like, Thursday, you'd be like, oh no, it's only Wednesday. Now you're like, it's already Wednesday.
It's already Wednesday.
It's the old rope-a-dope. It's the old mental mind trick, all right, that I do to make it everything, but make it more palatable. Palatable. Wednesday. My eye stuck.
Yes, some of my.
Yes, it is Wednesday. Thank you. I forgot. I just forgot. I forgot to brush my teeth. I just realized that.
Gross. Ew! Don't make that noise. My God, you're the worst. Ugh.
Here, I'll make it worse. Ready?
No, please don't. Please don't. I just lost all of
I just drooled on myself. Sorry.
Why do you do that?
That's my fault.
Anyway,
yeah. So Wednesday, we're streaming. Get in on the fun. We'd love to see you. With that said, why don't we keep her moving here? It is time for your morning dump. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's your morning dump with Brock and Kiki. Trends, tech, Hollywood, sleaze, and more.
As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777. Or visit pumpthatseptic.com. You did that one
I know.
great.
I was trying to be very intentional about being clear.
That one was great.
Not sexual.
Yeah, you've really hoard up the 77 on there, but that's all right. We got that. So anyway, Pump That Septic. Pump That Septic. It's a good one. What?
You're like a child this morning.
You're a child. Let's kick it off with this.
Okay. I have something too.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to lead off?
Bigfoot was spotted.
Sure. Let's start with that. You want to start with Bigfoot?
Was spotted not by some kook who is like chasing after that
Bigfoot expert.
Bigfoot expert.
Yep.
This is a local police officer.
Oh, he saw Bigfoot. Sasquatch.
Yeah. In South Carolina. He said he was in his deer stand.
And Bigfoot came.
Bigfoot was down in the brush. They looked at each other for 30 seconds.
Him and Bigfoot. Him and Sasquatch.
Locked eyes. While he was up in his deer stand blind. Are those the same things? Deer stand, deer blind?
Yeah, you're splitting hairs at that point, but yeah.
Yeah, they locked eyes.
Does
30
he have...
seconds. And then Bigfoot just walked off and he said, long brown hair, human-like figure,
features, yes.
Really tall.
Ape man.
And had an ape-like face.
Yeah. Does he have video of this?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Nobody does.
And even if he did, he could take a brand new, what's the new iPhone?
What's scary is this is a police officer,
right.
Trusted community, leader.
Yeah, right. First responder. I got what you're saying.
And he's telling his community he locked eyes
with
Bigfoot.
Sam Squatch,
Goo.
with Bigfoot.
Goo.
I mean,
I don't know. Does it make it more believable, or do you now not trust this fellow?
So here's my thing. You bring up a good point there,
Right?
because
he's a police
obviously,
officer. I'm kind of like,
right.
I kind of believe him.
Protect and serve.
I kind of
You
believe
know,
him.
you hope that he has a
Right.
moral high ground
Right.
better than ours.
Right.
He took the oath to serve us.
And,
Why
and
would
he's,
he
and he's
risk his...
logical, right?
Right.
He's good at like sorting through things he sees
Right.
and making a logical decision on what actually happened.
Or now, flip side of the coin, maybe we shouldn't give this guy a gun and serve the
Right,
community, because
right. Maybe he's a bad egg.
he believes that Bigfoot, Sam Squatch,
Well-
Ape Man, is out there.
Or he's just human and he was off duty. Maybe throw him back a few.
Here's the thing. I know a
uh,
lot of hunters, and most hunters spend that first day in the tree stand.
old-fashioned
Yeah.
in the tree stand.
Yeah. Well, or even after he was maybe
And saw a
hung over,
bear
he was hung over
standing
from the
up.
night before.
Or that.
Because I know a lot of hunters that do a lot of drinking the night
Mhm.
before, but it's not opening day or anything. He was just out there hunting. I don't know. That's a fun story. You know, I don't believe in Bigfoot, but
it was along a power line route, roughly half a mile from like a very popular hiking and biking trail. You'd think that you wouldn't be hanging around a popular area.
well, but also too, you know, a big theory right now that's going on is that Bigfoot is interdimensional, so he's able to go. That's why we can never find him.
Oh, okay.
Is even if you see Bigfoot, you're like, oh, there's Bigfoot. He can just into a different dimension.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he's entered, and that's why we can't track him.
Is that how you really feel?
Well, I think that would be
Or
if
this is just information you're passing along.
this is information I'm
Okay.
passing along. But I will say
I was
it
worried there
makes
for a second.
out of all the sense, because here's the thing: we have drone technology, we have heat sensing technology, you know, night vision goggles. You're telling me that we have not been able to lock in. I mean, what's the pixels on that new iPhone? You're telling me we haven't been able
Okay,
to
so you're
get...
saying he exists, but there's a reason why
No.
we can't ever get him locked in on a
If he does, the most logical thing is that he can travel between
dimension.
universes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
parallel. Like he
Well,
can just in and out, and that's why we can't put
This
it.
officer
beat on him.
obviously knows he sounds a little cuckoo because he is only being identified with the initials JM.
You got to think though. I mean, that's life changing.
7 to 7.5 foot tall.
That's not that big. I thought Bigfoot was gonna be like...
Human-like creature.
I guess no, that is big.
Sitting
That is
in a
big.
ground blind. No, he was on the ground. Even scarier. He was
Big-
on the ground with Bigfoot. So
Bigfoot didn't mess with him, huh?
Bigfoot didn't mess with him.
Or was it just another guy in a ghillie suit?
Oh, he heard a deep grunt followed by a stomp before spotting the figure in the brush.
What if it was just another hunter who wasn't trying to spook the deer? The hunter, this guy was bow hunting, right?
I don't know.
Lots
I guess
of-
so. Yeah,
lots
'cause
of time-
gun hunting
Yeah.
into Friday, right?
I don't know what they do in the
Yeah.
Carolinas down south there, but but you know, lots of times bow hunters are in full camo because it's just.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
I
right.
get you. Yeah, you're
so
right.
how do we know it wasn't just another hunter in like a very
And they're both
convincing ghillie
staring
suit?
at each other while in camouflage,
Maybe
trying
he's
to figure
trying.
out what.
No, maybe he's trying to tell him like, "Hey, don't shoot me. I'm just another hunter." Like he's trying to tell, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to
Right.
spook any
Spooky
deer.
So he was
And then
saying,
he walked away. So he's like, huh. You know, he made a nondescript noise and a stop to get the guy's attention. So they're going, hey, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
spook the deer. I think more than likely that is. Or it is some mythological creature that can travel through dimension, space and time. And as a giant
Gosh.
ape man.
What a mystery! What a phenomenon!
It's wild. It's wild.
It is
I mean,
wild.
people look, half of the History Channel is filled with finding Bigfoot. All right. It's either aliens, World War II, or Bigfoot on the History Channel at this point.
Yeah. So here's another thing with this. Well, this police officer said, I quote, "I'm a police officer and I had no clue what to make of it."
Yeah.
So this is what happened. President of the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization.
Not a thing. Not a thing, fella.
It is. Has classified this encounter as a Class A. I didn't realize they had classes for this.
They shouldn't, because it's not a thing.
Class A sighting. This classification means that misinterpretation or misidentification of other animals can be ruled out with great confidence.
Wow.
Class A.
Class
The most
A
recent
Bigfoot
Class
sighting.
A sighting reported in South Carolina occurred just in February of this year.
Mm.
Yep.
I heard that the hills of the like Appalachian hills and trails and all that stuff is a hotbed for Bigfoot activity.
Yeah, that case said Bigfoot had said to have been repeatedly visiting a rural home about 40 miles east of this town.
Yeah.
Sir, you got a peeping Tom.
You got a
That's what
peeping
got.
Bigfoot. Bigfoot's a pervert.
Yeah.
Bigfoot's trying to see your goods.
Yeah.
Bigfoot's looking at you through the bathroom window
Yeah.
while you're taking care of business.
Well, anyways, I just thought that was
Sasquatch.
interesting.
That is very
A
interesting.
Class A sighting.
Class A sighting from the
Mind
president
blown.
of the Bigfoot, the make-believe
Research
Bigfoot
field.
unicorn field.
Researchers Organization.
Guarantee that guy lives in his parents' basement. He is a grown man that lives in his parents' basement. That is the president.
He also runs the Loch Ness Monster fan club.
Fishing club. That's what it is. There you go. I love it. Hey, Sasquatch, Bigfoot might be out there, might not. We don't know. We don't know. Actually, we do know because it's not
Please.
make-believe
I
fairyland.
don't know.
Yeah. And if there was a Bigfoot, you got to shoot it. All right. You get ready. You put a bullet in that Bigfoot.
No, we
and then
can't
we bring
do
him in.
that.
Then we bring him in for research. We use his body for research. And yeah. Give me a Bigfoot call right now.
Oh no. Well, it's kind of grunty, White. No, I'm afraid I'm going to end up doing like a Chewbacca.
Very
Chewbacca
similar.
was like a Bigfoot,
Very
right?
similar. He was more of a dog, more of a dog creature than a ape man. But come
Yeah,
on, give me your best Bigfoot impersonation.
Ooh, 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 oh, oh, oh.
He doesn't.
That's pretty good.
It's just a monkey. No, you got to give a Bigfoot
That
howl.
was a grunt. That was a grunt.
That was a Bigfoot grunt.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh, ooh.
So Bigfoot
When you
goes.
see the documentaries, that's what it sounds like. It's like ooh, ooh, ooh.
Those aren't real documentaries, Kiki. That's sci-fi.
Okay. Well,
So
whatever.
so give me a howl. Give me a Bigfoot howl.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
a
not-
Bigfoot
don't you-
howl. You just, I don't know.
It's
Ooh.
No.
That's pretty good.
No, that's a wolf. You just
good.
did a wolf. It's deeper. It's
Ugh.
I'm trying to remember what that guy did.
That's
that guy
so
with
weird.
that guy with the long hair who I watched. I did. I watched it on the History
It just
Channel.
sounds like a person.
And he's like, and then they sit there in the woods. Their
Like it's
eyes
a
are
mating
glowing.
call or something.
Yeah, it's that's a good way to have Bigfoot come up on you. All right, you better watch
Ooh.
out.
Might start humping you.
Get off me, Bigfoot! I'm not a sexy female Bigfoot.
Okay, well, there
Anyway.
we go.
And yeah, have we only ever seen Bigfoot men? Is it only the male Bigfoot? Is there only male Bigfoots?
I guess we don't know. We don't get
Mm.
close enough to
Well,
check its genitals. Just can't get close enough.
Why would you say that?
It's a boy, is it a girl? We
Come here,
don't know.
Bigfoot. Let me slap it around a little bit. See what you got going on
Ew.
down there.
I never said slap it around. I just meant like look underneath, you know?
No, I don't know.
You know, like you would like a dog or a horse.
Just lean your head down a little bit. What you got going on there,
You
Bigfoot?
just kinda-
You don't
oh,
need to.
Oh, hi, big girl.
You don't need to. I don't think you need to do because they're standing. Now that is another question.
No, but it's
Do
so
you-
they're so hairy. You
Well-
you might have to kind of do that. No.
Like this, like that. What's in here?
Stick.
What's in here? This is his hair. This is his hair. Actually, do it with your hair. Put your hair. Do that. Make the little curtain.
No.
Make the Bigfoot hair curtain
No.
as you're peeking into his genital area. That is final question on Bigfoot because this has gone on way too long.
Okay.
Obviously. Do you think he has it like a dog where it's like a little red rocket? Or is it just out?
Ew.
Hey, what? I'm just.
No.
That's a valid question.
I don't know. I'm not answering that. That's
Or is it
gross.
more since he's more of a primate, an ape-like man? Is
It's
it like
probably
that?
more like that. I'd
Or is he
say.
just hung like a horse? You know, I mean,
no,
Bigfoot's just got a big old.
no, because you know these kooks out there would have said something about I saw it slinging
Yeah.
around.
I was in there in the woods, and all of a
He's
sudden,
7 foot tall and he's got a 10-inch.
it's so big.
So big.
It's so big, and it was
A
right in my face
log.
because he's so tall, and I didn't know what to do.
Yep. Yeah. That,
Yeah.
that would have been mentioned.
point.
So
Good point. All right, wonderful Bigfoot.
unless they're all girls.
Hot Bigfoot girls with Bigfoot boobies.
God. What? No.
Bigfoot's hot.
No.
Anyway, all right, we ruined it. We had something good.
Now
Why do we
Bigfoot's
talk about this?
gross.
Yeah, Bigfoot's gross now. Bigfoot's gross now. And actually, now, I don't even want to go into my story. I had a story about threesomes, but I feel like we already were gross enough with Bigfoot.
Yeah, save it for tomorrow.
Well, but I labeled the stream though as there's no way we're having that many threesomes.
Well, now they'll know.
All right, here we go. A poll by the sex toy company Adam and Eve. I'm sorry, everyone. A poll by the sex toy company Adam and Eve found half of American adults have had a threesome before. 49% said yes, 48% said no, and 3 refused to answer. 59% of I'm not telling you. I'll never tell. 59% of men claimed that they've had a three-way. Of course they did. Compared to 37% of women.
Wait, what was the percentage of men?
59% of men claim in this survey.
Half of them. Okay.
Here's my problem with this, though. Okay, is that the survey was done by a sex shop, Adam and Eve. So, and not only that, it was asked to the people that, of course, those
there?
people, anyone who is willing to do a survey for a sex shop is going to
or is shopping there.
Is shopping there, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll tell you about my sexual past.
But even then, only half of their customers are.
That's a lot. You're telling half of the people
that's
surveyed
probably
are having.
those guys are lying. They're
Or like I said, it's skewed because you're surveying people who are taking a sex shop survey. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's
not like they were just walking through the mall and said, "Excuse me." No,
right.
They're asking customers, or they're buying dildos and lube,
right.
and
who are more sexually open to those sort of things.
Yeah, more sexually exploratory.
Here's the thing: I don't know if it was done for like the public, like as just general statistics, as like you Americans, you know, this is the percentage, or was it just a retail survey, which they want to know how many of their customers are into that because they'll supply more threesome friendly products.
I'm telling you, it was a poll done by Adam and Eve, so it is literally
it could be just simply retail, and that's why they only did their customers.
Yeah, and that's why the numbers are so high. There's no way half of Americans.
I also think that men lied about it.
Oh, for sure, yeah, yeah. I had threesomes all the time. I'm crushing threesomes all the time,
every day,
Kiki,
all day, every day.
Have you ever had a threesome, Kiki?
Unfortunately, I've not. Now it's too late.
You've had a threesome
no,
before.
I have not.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
What are you thinking of?
What do you mean?
Are you just thinking like two dudes? Is that what you're thinking of? The devil's three-way?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about.
No, none of it. I've not had none of it. Oh my God. Devil's three-way.
Devil's three, that's two dudes.
Oh, okay.
Like this.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
That's you in the middle.
Okay.
Dude.
That's dumb.
And that makes Jesus cry. Okay.
Leave Jesus out of this. My God.
It's never too late. Why would you say it's too late?
Yeah. I just those experimental days are over.
No, see, I think you're just gonna say women hit their prime.
Yeah, but honey, that means
later on in life.
That means that that's not happening now. No. Quit crossing your fingers.
Sorry, that was Well, what if we get divorced? What if you get all footloose and fancy free?
For sure. Then I'll bring back the idea.
It's gonna be run through some threesomes. Just an idea. I couldn't see you. You're too awkward in there to bring in another person.
This is true.
And make it a comfortable experience for everyone. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
No, thank you.
No.
I checked no on that Adam and Eve survey. What?
All right. I just figured I'd put it out there. See, I'd ask the question. Anyway, well, for everyone else,
I won't even ask you. I don't want to know.
What? No, I never have. I'm a good Christian boy. I would never do that. That's disgusting. Unless it was Bigfoot. If it was Bigfoot, 100%.
What is wrong with
Mr. and Mrs. Bigfoot, maybe looking for a third.
Let's move on, please.
Come get me. That is your morning dump. My God, we'll be back.
The morning dump brought to you by
You ruined it,
Pump That
Kate. You're
Septic.
sick.
Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them today, 269-445-7777, or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Rock 107 W.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morrow.
Oh, good morning, Scott. Good morning, Michael. Good morning. Dan said, embarrassed faced and poop emoji. Did you poop your pants? Did you poop your
Who,
pants,
me?
Dan? No, Dan.
Oh, him.
Because he put like an embarrassed face emoji and then a poop emoji. Or maybe that means he has to poop.
What? What's Chelsea's?
What?
Anyone who calls themselves punk but claims not to
I
care
don't know.
about
She also had
politics
another
or
thing. She
poser.
said, any of y'all interested in the local South of the Mission band called Sleep Safe, go check out my review on their page because posers ought to be called out. Apparently she has
Oh, okay. So she's on a mission.
yeah,
Got
she's
it.
on a mission. She's using our platform to get her message across.
Good morning.
Yeah, Allison Shaq was out there hunting. Yeah, if you saw Shaq in a ghillie suit, you'd be, oh my God, Bigfoot, because he's what, 7'5"? It's insane. Let's see. Lou said, I made that noise taking a crap in the bush. Still no Bigfoot. And really get it out there. Good morning, Chris. Rich, I don't think they are. I mean, maybe nowadays in today's culture, we're finding out about it, but I don't think they're as common as most people. I think in
What?
certain
What's the
circles.
question?
No, Rich said threesomes are way more common than you realize.
Oh,
Probably with the Gen Zers, but Gen Zers aren't even going out and doing it. But maybe nowadays with online dating, you know, like the grinders and the what's the other ones, Tinders and Bumbles and everything. Probably, I still don't think people are out there just crushing threesomes left and right. But
nah.
I also haven't been in the game in a while, so who knows? All right, here we go.
Show only on Rock 107 WIRX.
All righty, good morning. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock, Kiki.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, don't forget we're streaming. Make sure you join us. We'll be on for the next half hour or so. We'd love to see you there on Facebook, the Plan B Show YouTube page. Go check it out. Get in on the Bigfoot conversation. Right now, though, let's get to it. It is time for sports.
Plan B Morning Show Sports with Brock and Kiki.
Okay, let's see here. I got a couple stories to get into, but why don't we kick it off with some skurs?
Well, we won our fantasy.
God, I'd hope so. We had a great
crushed
week.
it.
Jamar
Aaron Rodgers
Chase
scored negative points. He's the worst.
You know what? I was watching. Actually, we can talk about this real quick because it's, you know, I will always be forever grateful to Aaron Rodgers for how many seasons? 18 seasons with Green Bay, a Super Bowl. I mean, just all sorts of great moments. But we got out when we could, and I know a lot of people were like, what are you doing getting rid of Rodgers? You know, he just won MVP, and we moved on to our next. But I think his time is done, and unfortunately, I think this needs to be his last season because he's starting now to get into tainting his legacy.
Yeah.
Now that may seem crazy because look, he's a first round ballot Hall of Famer, Pro Football Hall of Famer. All right, there's going to be no questions. No one's going to be like, "Nah, I don't think so." I mean, he's put up crazy numbers. In my mind, the best thrower of the football in the modern era. Obviously, he's lost a step. He's
best thrower
of the football. Yeah,
of the football.
Yeah,
I just never heard someone say that.
It's just when it
He's
comes
the
to
best at the thrower of the throwing of the football. You got to
break it down. Again, you're a woman with a tiny woman brain, so I know this isn't going to mean as much to you, but you got to look at there's different
just the
aspects.
Throwing part, not the whole quarterback.
No, it's just as far as pinpoint precision and a guy who can just place that ball where he needed to. Honestly, I think one of the best minds, if not the best mind in football, was Peyton Manning.
Oh, okay.
That guy, he threw a duck every single time he threw the football, but he knew the game and he played a mind game against defense. As far as like the best legs, and you got to look at a guy like
there's different elements of
different elements. Right. So anyway, so for me, as far as throwing the football, Aaron Rodgers, right there. Sending it. Just going to send it. But what I was going to say is that if he plays one more season, now we're going to start getting film on not the best football.
Right.
Like, okay, he left Green Bay on a high note, MVP, back-to-back NFL MVP. Amazing, okay? Gets injured right away. Comes back, has now this rough year. If he comes back and has another rough year, now we got a lot of game tape we got a lot of stats that aren't good, and you're going to start to sully that legacy that he has. If he gets out now, okay. I know some guy made a comment. He's like, Aaron Rodgers should have ended, and his last photo should have been him walking through the tunnel with Randall Cobb, his best friend and longtime teammate, Super Bowl companion, and that should have been the end of it, leaving Green Bay. But now he's got this kind of dark spot, weird career, right?
For sure.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens. And same thing with Devontae. Devontae, he left, went to play for the Raiders. That didn't work out, even with Derek Carr, his old college, quarterback. And now he's over at the Jets, but he's not doing anything over there. I think they both need to. Devontae may still have a season or two in him, but I don't think it's with Rodgers. I don't think it's with the Jets. But anyway, that's my final take on Rodgers. I still love him dearly. Ayahuasca Rodgers, taking drugs and hucking footballs and possibly being, a running mate in politics, all that good stuff. I digress. We'll talk more football in a second. Let's talk college basketball. Last night, pretty big game. Unfortunately, Michigan State lost, but Hunter Dickinson scored 28 points, and Bill Self became the winningest coach in Kansas history as the number 1 Jayhawks pulled away from Michigan State for a 77-69 victory in the Champions Classic. Let's see. Self improved to 591 and 143 in his 22nd season coaching the Jayhawks. That's crazy numbers. 591 wins and only 143 losses as head coach of the Kansas City Jayhawks. Damn. That's bananas. Anyway, well, congrats, Bill Self. Crushing it. Tonight, Central Michigan taking on George Mason. That's not just a guy, it's a school.
Yeah.
It's one guy, George Mason. Last night, the Pistons beat the Heat 123-121 in overtime. Tonight, Pacers taking on the Magic at 7. Bulls taking on the Knicks at 7. Pistons taking on the Bucks in Milwaukee at 8 o'clock. College football last night, Bowling Green beat Western Michigan 31-13. Toledo beat Central Michigan 37-10. Tonight, Eastern Michigan taking on Ohio at 7 o'clock. Hockey action, Red Wings taking on the Penguins. Tonight at 7:30. I was taking in a lot of air. Let's talk
hot air.
Hot air. You're full of hot air. Let's talk about the Bears.
Get comfortable. Sorry.
I know you're moving around. Are you good? Do you need something?
Still my pajama pants, I'm not gonna lie.
Fantastic. That's all right. I'm in basketball shorts right now, and I do not plan on playing. Let's talk about the Bears. Let's talk about the free falling Bears.
Ugh.
The Bears still suck.
Yeah.
And again, as a
Why don't we
Packers,
just leave them alone.
it's hard not to, because they were running their mouths. They were running their mouths too much.
Well,
They're just insane. Before the season even started, Caleb Williams got drafted. That's it. We're the best team in the world. And anyway, it's getting worse for the Bears. So the Chicago Bears have fired offensive coordinator Shane Waldron.
They did.
In hopes of shaking up the rankings amongst the worst in the NFL. Offensive passing game coordinator Thomas Brown was promoted to offensive coordinator. The moves come with the Bears' 3-game losing streak and an offense that is in a free fall after offseason overhaul highlighted by the arrival of Caleb Williams with the number 1 overall draft pick. Coach Matt Eberflus said in a statement Tuesday that he decided, quote, to move in a different direction with the leadership of our offense. Waldron lasted just 9 games with the Chicago Bears. I hate to say it, Chicago. Firing a guy who was new there isn't going to change it.
Right.
It's not going to change it. This guy was only there for 9 games. What do you think bringing in someone?
Bad? 9 games. Ooh, that's a
Bear. This is tough. As a Bears fan, it's got to be tough at this point. Because if you think firing a coach middle of the season is going to miraculously and not even bringing in someone new, they're just taking the
shifting people over.
Yeah, they just moved they just moved the offensive passing game coordinator. So a guy that was further down on the in the pecking order, they're like, all right, your turn, give it a shot.
You're up. You wanted this.
I I don't know.
I don't either. Well, how about them Chiefs? Remember when the refs blocked that punt?
They might as well have. And look, everyone saw the game film, and if people haven't watched it yet, number 54 on the, even my dad, who is not a conspiracy theory guy at all, was like, I watched that tape and
kind of weird.
Kind of weird.
Kind of weird.
That guy got shoved. Number 54 on the Broncos got shoved over like he was a peewee football player going. I mean, didn't even.
Has he made a statement or anything? Like
Of
saying,
course not,
like,
no.
this is what happened.
No, the Chiefs. Look, it would be insane if there was some actual stuff behind this. It's a lot of fun. It's cathartic for us NFL fans, our diehard fans of everyone other than the Chiefs, to talk about this. But we all do deep down know that if there was something going on in the back, it would completely dismantle the NFL. It would be insane.
Mm-hmm.
So we get it. But you just watch these things. They're the luckiest team in the NFL. Have you seen this season?
Mm-hmm.
They've won by just hairs, by frog hairs, which are very fine, by the way. All right.
We're closers.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
We are closers.
Oh God.
We show up. We make miracles happen in the last second.
Because here's the problem is, even if they lose every game the rest of the season, they're still 9-0. They could still make the playoffs, even if they lost every single game this season. Now, yes, there's a chance. They're not going to. They're not going to lose the last 8 games of the season. That's insanity. Okay, so they're already guaranteed to make the playoffs. That's already frustrating. And then for some reason, they just turn it on in the playoffs. And I swear to God, if they're in the Super Bowl again this year, I'm gonna lose my mind.
What are you gonna do?
You
gotta move to Canada.
No, because Canadian football sucks. It's just I can't do it. I don't think they will. I don't think they have the fortitude, the testicular fortitude.
This is a really fun season. This has been enjoyable.
I think you've watched like one game. It's so frustrating.
No,
I have watched every
partials of it, but no, I haven't watched a full game this season.
See, that's so frustrating. As a Packers fan who has listened to every game, has watched. If I couldn't watch, I listen. If I can't do it,
I have the app. I just pull it up and it gives you highlights every
worst.
2 minutes.
You're the effing worst.
No, I just watch these little short clips.
Chiefs
of plays.
Fans suck. All right, you guys are the worst.
I'm usually grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning the house, or playing with our daughter.
No, that's not an excuse.
I
all
choose
right?
those things over sitting down and spending 4 hours of my time on the couch watching football.
You sit down and you watch your team that is undefeated somehow. It's ridiculous. Oh, it's so frustrating. I'm so angry right now. Anyway, back to the Bears.
Yep.
Chiefs suck. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. We'll see what happens.
What about the Lions? They're still doing pretty decent.
That's another team, man. They're getting by, and winning after coming out with a win after being down, and Jared Goff throwing 5 interceptions and tying the record with Matt Ryan. That's pretty impressive. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Here's what's exciting: is the Bears play the Packers this Sunday.
Oh,
so this is going to be it's an NFC North matchup, and I will say, no matter how bad the Bears are, they still play tough against.
If the Packers lose against the Bears, that's embarrassing for you.
Oh, it would be. I'd be very upset because I think, won 10 straight against the Chicago Bears. Because I'm on the team. The Bears, we have won 10 straight against the Chicago Bears. We own the Chicago Bears, all right? They transferred ownership. Aaron Rodgers transferred ownership of the Chicago Bears to Jordan Love, and we're going to see what happens. But the Bears are just struggling right now. They're grasping at straws. We'll see what happens.
I'm rooting for you.
You know what? I don't like your tone. I don't like it one bit. We're going to leave it at that.
Because it's a nightmare listening to you curse and yell in the household.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm passionate about a team that doesn't have the refs in the pocket and the script written out.
Oh, I'm sorry, your team sucks.
We got to show. Look, they got to keep winning so we can keep showing Taylor Swift on there. We got to make sure Swift gets on there, and Kelsey, the Kelsey podcast can keep getting big views.
Yep.
So stupid.
Great entertainment.
God, I hate the Chiefs.
We're doing it right.
I'm starting to hate the Chiefs more than I hate the Bears, and that's a lot. I'll admit it. And you're not helping the case. All right, that's your sports. We'll be back. Stick around.
Incredible.
I think we got a little lag
More
in
of the
system
Plan
there.
B morning show.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see.
So
Good morning, Hayden. Welcome to it. Oh, sorry, I got to talk to the microphone. Hold on, Let's see. Saw an article that said New York is starting to look at Rodgers as being the issue for the Jets after that wide receiver they got rid of had a great game with his new team. Rodgers he really is a shell of himself. I think he should quit now. I love him to death as far as a quarterback. Like I mentioned, he gave us so much, but I think he hangs up the cleats, man. I think he rides off into the sunset, and they just forget about this last season, call it a wash. God, Hayden did bring up something because Favre went to the Jets, but I don't think he was as old. And then he went over to Minnesota and almost took the division. Yeah. I would hate to see him in purple. That'd make me upset. Let's see. Hayden said, yeah, so fire Eberflush and bench Caleb. I'm a diehard Bears fan and never wanted Caleb. Justin was starting to find his groove. If you wanted Caleb, should have just kept Justin and made Caleb earn it. If you did beat Justin, then have Justin start working out a slot right. So yeah, kind of like they did with what they did when they put Fields and Wilson on the Steelers. Seemed to be working out. Yeah, the Bears, I think, just shot themselves in the foot. Good morning, Stacy. Oh, interesting fact. Scott, because I said George Mason, that's who's playing today. Mason University, Fairfax, Virginia. The campus is roughly about 10 to 12 minutes away from where I went to high school. No kidding. Small world that I'd bring that up. And that's where you're from. All right. Let's see. We got our topic of the day today is... Oh, this is a good one. I wonder if we got some good answers. What's your most controversial? I hate to say it, but...
kind of tough.
It is. It's kind of... I'll give mine... Because when I thought of this, it was because I had that thought while I was driving, and I'm like, oh, that's, so anyway.
Let's see here. I can't even remember what I said yesterday for this.
Well, you talked about Metallica.
Oh, yeah. Not a popular opinion.
All right, here we go.
Rock 107 WIRX. Everything that rocks.
Well, good morning. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock, Kiki.
Hey there.
Make sure you join us. We're streaming. We'll be on for the next 15 minutes or so. Love to see you. Facebook, the Plan B Show YouTube page. Subscribe to that one for web exclusive content. Get in on it. It's time for your topic of the day. And I was hoping for a few more comments, but I get it. It's kind of, I think people maybe overthought it. I said controversial. Maybe I should have said like small controversial or little thing. But anyway, what's your most controversial? I hate to say it, but blank. And I thought of this when I was driving and I was listening to a guy talking about AC/DC, and I can't remember the full conversation, but in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I think AC/DC with Brian Johnson is better. Now, that I think is one of my most controversial because I'm not a controversial guy. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I hate to say it, but AC/DC with Brian Johnson is better. Now,
okay.
Now, fans of AC/DC, like, how could you say that? How could you? Bon Scott's the original, which isn't completely true. They did have a guy. Oh, what was his name?
Oh, there was a prior.
There was a guy right before, and he wasn't there long. And it was in the infancy days, and he was more of a kind of a pop rock singer. He didn't quite fit the dirtiness of AC/DC. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love Bon Scott AC/DC. But if you really want to look at it, I mean, you had Back in Black, the first album with the new lead singer, coming off a Highway to Hell, a pivotal album for AC/DC. But I just think overall they had bigger hits with and just a more a better sound,
more success.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that it's necessarily better than what Bond did, but Brian was a better singer for sure, like a more trained singer.
Yeah,
and so I think you just got more punch with Brian Johnson, AC/DC. So I'm going to say it. I'm sorry.
Mine's kind of on the same.
Yeah,
with a band,
and you could do that. I mean,
it's very controversial.
I mean, you could do this whole topic. It's just controversial band.
Yeah,
who
you think is better,
or your controversial musical takes.
Yeah,
I mean, if
I feel
you want
like
to say
I'm creating
problems for yourself or what,
I'm gonna be stoned to death.
Mm.
I'm not a massive Metallica fan. I'm just not. I like so many more other rock bands.
So your controversial take
Metallica
is that I hate to say it, but I just don't like them that much. Boy, that's a big swing there, Kiki.
I don't know why, and it's all the music I do love. I should like Metallica because there's very a lot of similarities, but I don't know why.
So I think I do, and I'll try. I'll come to your defense here in just a little bit because I get it, everyone. I know.
I don't love his singing either.
I should fire her on the spot.
His voice that much.
James Hetfield, yeah.
I know.
Hetfield, ha.
Yeah.
Now lay me down to sleep, ha.
Just don't love it.
So I think what for you is you're not big into like speed metal. And just that da 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 da.
No, exactly.
So you definitely, I think you're more of a mainstream Metallica, like Enter Sandman. It doesn't beat you over the head,
right?
But
I'm not saying I don't like their music,
right?
I do,
but like Ride the Lightning is 7 minutes of da, 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 and it just for you, it's
I can't.
You get
like a whole concert of Metallica. Yeah. Honestly, I was a little drained by the end of it.
We got to see them at
what was that? Chicago Open Air,
and for me, I'm just like.
Everyone was raging. Yeah. The whole group we were with was losing their minds. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, this is cool. But I've seen better.
Right. And you do the same thing with like, if it's any kind of song with like a really long solo, you're like, all right.
Just over it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can see that.
Burn me at the stake.
No, but I that's fair. And I think you're being open and honest about it. Not that you would like turn off Metallica.
Right.
But like, okay, Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
Maybe The Unforgiven.
Obviously,
right.
I'm not saying Metallica sucks or like, unpopular opinion, like they're not talented.
Yeah.
Like I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, for sure.
I get it. They're successful for a reason. It's just not my style.
Well, you're the worst. So let's see. What's your most controversial? I hate to say it, but Mike said you're right. I hate to say it, but you're right. Is that a controversial one? Maybe.
I
hate to say it, but you're right.
You're right.
That would be the one I hate to say the least. That would be my most controversial. I hate to say it. Let's see.
I don't even understand half of these, to be honest.
Yeah. What's your most controversial? I hate to say it, but it's time to get a job. That was Brandon's answer. Some people might, I mean, people that don't have a job might say that's there.
Uh-oh. Tim said I messed up.
That's his most controversial one.
I hate to say it, but I messed up.
Yeah, that might cause some controversy. That might get people a little worked up, depending on how bad you messed up.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I told you so. That was Scott's and
Quite
Trish's.
A few of those, yeah.
I hate to say. I think
once a cheater, always a cheater. Stacy says.
That's a good. That's a good one.
Say it, but once a cheater, always a
because
cheater.
Some people be like, no, people could change.
Yeah, that might be an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yep,
I like to say that one. Corey's was, I hate to say it, but let's get a bag.
Of course.
Corey, I love you. I don't know how you've done it. He's done it for 9 years. It's amazing.
I know. Just keeps going.
I like Nick's. Did you see Nick's? I hate to say it, but Jelly Roll shouldn't be played.
I know. Every time he can throw Jelly Roll under the bus that we air.
Look, he's a really nice guy. He's the biggest thing right now. Just be happy we're not playing.
I don't stop playing Metallica just because Metallica is not my thing. It is an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody I know likes Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
They like that jelly roll.
At least we're not playing the Jelly Roll Machine Gun Kelly mashup of Country Roads, right?
Oh,
We could be doing that, everyone,
no, we don't
okay?
do that, yeah. I wonder how country fans are thinking about Nickelback coming over to their side.
Well, you know what?
Are they complaining?
Shabuzi,
I wonder.
Shabuzi is the #1 song, and that's a rap song with
I know.
a slide guitar in it.
Yeah, country's all over the
Everybody
place.
in the club give me a shot of whiskey. I mean, that just set the record,
I
didn't
love
it?
that song.
And that's on the country charts.
So
It's not. It
catchy.
doesn't matter. But
So catchy.
Nickelback made a country
Nickelback,
song. Good for them.
They're playing country now.
Good for them.
I know. They're
Hey,
like,
tell you what,
rock
Rock-
fans hate us, so
Yeah.
we're going to go to country.
Hey, rock fans, you did it. You've been mean to Nickelback for so long. You know what I like to see too is, well, okay, maybe I'll say my most controversial. I hate to say it, but Nickelback and Creed are effing awesome. All right,
I know.
And Creed's kind of having their time in the sun again. Their second time in the sun. Everyone's coming around and be like, oh yeah.
Honestly, I was just reading. I think that Kid Rock and Nickelback are going on. Yeah, they are. Kid Rock and Nickelback are headlining a Rock the Country festival.
I love it. Good for them.
Look at them.
See, rock fans, I tell you what, go listen to Silver Side Up and you'll be like, yeah, this is a baller ass record. Why would we ever mean to Nickelback? Hey, we lost Aaron Lewis already. He went over to country and he's enjoying it over there.
I know.
Yeah. Hootie did it.
Hootie.
What else?
The other ones, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Hayden says Linkin Park never did it for him. I was a big Linkin Park fan.
God, you know
The
what?
big controversial now, though, is do you like the chick singer?
No, I'll say, I'm sorry. I love Linkin
That's the
Park,
big one.
but I feel like she's trying to sound like Chester, and she's a very talented young woman, but you can't do it. I'm a little surprised that Linkin Park did it. All right. I'm a little surprised that they came back out. I know we probably should just made most controversial band one because that's an easy one to do.
Well, we can stick
That's
with
an
that.
easy one
We can
to
stick
do.
with that.
Yeah.
Scott said same thing with Van Halen after David Lee Roth left.
So now my controversial one is I like
Hagar
Hagar better. I do. Now, don't get me wrong. Diamond Dave is amazing.
Yeah.
But I like kind of the synth, a bigger, more arena rock sound that Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker.
And you like his vibe. Hagar.
I do.
You like his alcohol, he's got his Hawaiian shirt.
Figure it out, man. He wears
It's curly hair.
Yeah, he wears Tommy Bahama all day. All right. He's got it figured out. Yeah. And I'm sorry, Hagar is Montrose. Hagar is the better singer. You cannot say that Sammy Hagar is not the better singer.
Right.
Diamond Dave was never a great singer, but he was the consummate front man.
Yeah.
Doing his splits and his jumps and sliding around.
Entertainer.
He was an entertainer, right? Yeah. But
we saw with Roth.
With Roth. And
and you're right. His singing was not as great.
I think they had a few auto-tune thingies kicked on that.
Yeah.
And the PVC sheathing on there so he could slide around was there. But yeah. All right. Any other ones? I think we've caused a little controversy today.
I like it. Like to stir it up a little bit.
I like Andy's. Andy had a good one. Andy, the dead guy, said his most controversial take is, I hate to say it, but I'll get you in the end. Damn it.
God, he's so good at those
Damn it, Andy.
jokes.
That's creepy, man. But I love it. If anybody's going to handle my dead body, it's you. All right, we're going to take a break. We got more coming up. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Stick around.
You have a ridiculous speaking voice.
More of the Plan B Morning Show next on Rock
I'm gonna
107
save this one. I need to
WIRX.
reword it.
Hi, this is Brian.
I need to reword it as what's your least controversial? How about that?
Least controversial.
I don't know.
No, you want it to be a controversial answer.
Yeah, but or maybe not serious. What's your least serious?
Well, it just goes back to, I think you just got to word it. What's the unpopular opinion?
Oh, you know what? Unpopular opinion. I just thought of one, because now the holidays are coming. I think turkey I'd rather have a Thanksgiving ham than a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey's usually dry, and it's just, it doesn't keep well in the, I'd rather have a Thanksgiving ham.
Michael said he wants to like Guns N' Roses, but Axl's voice is like nails on a chalkboard.
Well, how about
I
this?
want to like them.
I'll be honest, there's another one. If you're looking at a musical take, Guns N' Roses really only had one. I mean, Use Your Illusions was great, but Appetite, that Paradise City is, I could go the rest of my life never hearing that song again.
Still love it.
I know we're saying this. And Bill, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I know we're talking about music we play on the station, but I work at the station, okay? I hear it.
It's okay. We can be
Play a
critical
deep
of our
cut.
own songs.
Yeah. The same
We
thing
also don't like some music, but we
Yeah.
like some music.
like Nirvana
we-
Smells Like Teen Spirit. Kurt, I love you. And obviously Nirvana was pivotal in the grunge movement, but I could go the
R.I.P.
rest of my life and never hear
See, I still could.
Smells
See,
Like
I
Teen
love
Spirit.
It. Whenever it comes up, it's
Yeah.
a nice little surprise.
Nice little surprise
It's
for you.
nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we miss anything?
That was like one of the first songs I downloaded on Napster. Was that
Yep.
Nirvana song?